Most business owners think profit means success. But businesses don't fail because of profit problems. They fail because of cash flow blind spots. In this video, we are sharing 10 cash flow statement questions every business owner must answer. Question number 1. Is my operating cash flow structurally positive or temporarily inflated? Positive operating cash flow looks good on paper, but the real question is why it's positive. If cash flow is positive because customers are paying faster, that's healthy. If it's positive because you delayed vendor payments, paused inventory purchases, or cut essential spending, that's artificial. A strong business generates operating cash flow consistently without timing tricks. You should strip out one-time effects and ask, if I run the business the same way for the next 6 months, will operating cash still be positive? Temporary cash flow feels safe. Structural cash flow actually is safe. Question number 2. How dependent is my cash flow on revenue growth versus cash efficiency? Many businesses survive only because revenue keeps growing. That's dangerous. Your cash flow statement should tell you whether cash improves because sales increased or because the business became more efficient. If cash only improves when revenue grows, your model is fragile. A strong business improves cash flow even at flat revenue by tightening receivables, controlling inventory, and managing expenses. Ask yourself, if revenue stopped growing tomorrow, would my cash flow stabilize or collapse? Cash efficiency protects you in slow markets. Revenue growth alone does not. Question number 3. Are my investing cash outflows creating future cash inflows or future cash pressure? Not all investing cash outflows are good investments. Buying equipment, software, or assets only makes sense if they clearly improve future cash flow. Your cash flow statement should answer this. Are today's investing outflows reducing future operating costs or increasing future revenue capacity? If investing cash is increasing depreciation, maintenance, and fixed costs without clear returns, you're locking yourself into future cash pressure. Smart businesses invest with a cash payback mindset, not an accounting mindset. Every dollar invested should have a realistic path to returning more cash than it consumes. Question number 4. How much of my operating cash flow is consumed by working capital drag? Working capital quietly kills cash flow. Even profitable businesses collapse because cash gets trapped in receivables and inventory. Your cash flow statement shows how much operating cash is absorbed by increases in accounts receivable, inventory, and prepaid expenses. The question is not whether working capital increased, but why. Is it because of growth or because of poor controls? Healthy businesses control working capital intensity as revenue grows. If every dollar of new sales requires more and more cash to support it, growth is becoming dangerous, not exciting. Question number 5. Is my financing cash flow supporting growth or covering operational weakness? Debt and financing should accelerate strong businesses, not rescue weak ones. Your cash flow statement reveals whether financing inflows are funding, expansion, or plugging operating holes. If operating cash flow is negative and financing cash flow is consistently positive, your business is borrowing to survive. That's a warning sign. Ask yourself, if I removed financing inflows, would the business still function? Strong companies use financing strategically. Weak companies use it emotionally. Cash flow tells you which one you are. Question number 6. What percentage of operating cash flow is truly discretionary? Not all operating cash flow is available to you. Some of it is already spoken for. You must subtract mandatory reinvestment, maintenance expenses, minimum inventory levels, and unavoidable working capital needs. What remains is discretionary cash flow. This is the cash you can use for growth, dividends, risk-taking, or safety buffers. Many owners overestimate this number and overspend too early. A disciplined business owner knows exactly how much cash is optional and how much is required just to keep the business stable. Question number 7. How resilient is my cash flow under revenue shock scenarios? Your cash flow statement should help you stress test your business. What happens if revenue drops 10%? 20%? You should model how operating cash flow changes under lower sales while fixed costs stay the same. If a small revenue dip causes a major cash deficit, your cost structure is too rigid. Resilient businesses have flexible expenses and variable cost alignment. Fragile businesses rely on perfect sales conditions. Cash flow resilience matters more than growth during uncertain markets. Question number 8. Am I mistaking timing differences for sustainable cash improvement? Cash flow can improve simply because payments shifted between months. That doesn't mean the business improved. Your cash flow statement must be analyzed over multiple periods to spot timing distortions. Delaying vendor payments or accelerating customer collections can temporarily boost cash, but it always reverses. Ask yourself, is this improvement repeatable without changing payment behavior? True cash improvement comes from operational efficiency, pricing power, and disciplined spending, not timing games. Short-term cash wins often hide long-term cash problems. Question number 9. How much cash flow volatility does my business truly have? Average cash flow numbers hide risk. Volatility reveals it. You should measure how much operating cash flow fluctuates month to month. High volatility means higher risk, even if the average looks healthy. Volatile cash flow requires larger buffers, stricter controls, and conservative decisions. Stable cash flow allows for confidence and investment. Many businesses fail not because average cash flow was bad, but because volatility caught them unprepared. Cash stability is a competitive advantage. Question number 10. Does my cash flow statement align with my long-term strategic goals? Your cash flow statement should reflect your strategy. If you claim to focus on sustainable growth, but your cash flow shows heavy debt reliance, rising working capital, and weak operating cash, there's a disconnect. Strategy without cash alignment is storytelling. Cash flow shows reality. Every major strategic goal should have a visible impact on operating, investing, or financing cash flows. If it doesn't, the strategy may exist only in your head. Cash flow alignment separates vision from execution. If you can answer these 10 questions clearly, you're not guessing anymore. You're running your business with control.